Well, JPMorgan's data breach this summer turns out to have dwarfed the number of households impacted by hacks at Home Depot and Target. And how the hackers reportedly gained access is raising some eyebrows.
Eamon Javers has that story. Eamon.
Yeah, hi, guys. Well, what the Wall Street Journal is reporting right now is that the way the hackers actually got into this system is through the personal computer of one of the JPMorgan employees. Now, JPMorgan itself not confirming that detail, so we don't know if that's true or not, but it gives you a sense of the kind of headaches that you've got if you're the JPMorgan IT department or any of these big banks' IT departments with all the company computers as well as all the personal computers of all those employees all over the world. Another headache for JPMorgan today is states' attorneys general now expressing a little bit of an interest here in looking into this and whether or not JPMorgan disclosed everything it had to disclose according to state laws. Take a look at this statement here by the Illinois Attorney General Lisa Madigan. She says in a fairly scorching statement, this is among the most troubling breaches ever, and not just because of its magnitude, but because it proves there is probably no database that cyber criminals cannot compromise. Chase is trying to diminish the extent of the breach, but what's clear is the people can no longer assume their information is safe. And guys, I can tell you that I talked to JPMorgan about this issue today. They feel that they were under no legal obligation to disclose this information, that there was no U.S. law that mandated that they disclose it because of the nature of what was taken, but they went ahead and did it anyway. You can imagine, though, that the state AGs are going to take a look at that and see state by state if that's in fact the case.
Yeah, Eamon, thanks so much. Eamon Javers down in Washington. For more on this and how concerned we should be that the hackers may have gained access via an employee's personal computer, let's bring in Vinny Troia. He's CEO of Night Lion Security, security expert and ethical hacker. Vinny, it's good to see you here.
Good, thank you.
This attorney general says there's no database cyber criminals can't compromise. Is that true?
Unfortunately, I think that actually is exactly right. And when you look at what specific information was taken from the breach, you have to wonder, I mean, if they were able to get the usernames and email addresses and everything else, why didn't they take the passwords? And I think that was probably a very calculated move, because when you take the passwords, now JPMorgan will issue a statement saying everybody's got to change their passwords or they'll just force it.
I'm wondering why they didn't take the money.
Well, I think that's the next step. See, now that they have the email addresses and the associated services, they can compare it against their database of 1.2 billion email address and passwords that we already know they have. And now they can literally just go down the list and start logging into people's accounts.
These banks are tech companies. I mean, their IT departments are massive. Why can't they stop it?
I mean, when you look at why they're saying the compromise occurred in the first place, there's so many individual computers that they have to safeguard. I mean, there's so many things that would have to be put in place. I mean, it would take something as small as giving somebody a flash drive and them picking it up, putting it in their computer, and now they've infected the entire system.
Vinny, can I ask you a question? We get a big breach every week now. Target was the first one, lasted in the press about 4 weeks. The next breach about 2 weeks. These breaches last 36 hours now. What's missing in the story is I never hear Mrs. Lebinsky on the news saying, oh my goodness, I lost all my money. I was in JPMorgan and now my account's wiped out. It's always a breach, but why don't they steal the dough? Because frankly, I'm starting to think...
Yeah, that was my question. Why don't they take the money?
Yeah, take the money. Let's get a real story here.
I think they do. I mean, there's plenty of people...
Where is it?
I just don't think it's as publicized, but there's plenty of people who's having their
Are the
accounts
banks
drained.
hiding it? Is JPMorgan hiding the fact people are losing their dough?
I mean, I can't answer
If it were large scale, we would hear from it. We would hear from viewers. We would get emails. We would be in it. They would be on local TV. People would be complaining their money. I mean, so far, I don't know why, but they haven't. And it's
not in any of the breaches, not one of them.
It's hard to get really excited or have the public be very concerned until they feel personally affected. And I'm not even sure that if money's taken, if it's below the FDIC insured level and blah, 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 they know they're going to get it back.
Well, yeah, I mean, but when we're talking about stealing from individuals, I mean, we're not talking about stealing that much money. I mean, if you have 1,000 accounts and you take $500 an account, you know, I mean, it eventually starts adding up.
Listen, I don't want this to happen, but I need somebody to confirm that these breaches actually have a fiscal aspect to them, that money is lost, because it's a little Chicken Little-ish now. Every day, you know, people say, you got to spend more money on security, more security, more security. I'm not sure.
Well, but I mean, when you look at the credit card, I mean, so you look at Target and you look at Home Depot, all the credit cards that have been stolen, those numbers are used to make purchases. I mean, somebody's paying for all that eventually. Even with StubHub a couple months ago, I mean, all those fraudulent tickets were purchased using accounts, and I mean, they were just resold, and StubHub had to eat that.
These companies, in many cases, know that this is going to happen in advance?
I think at this point, everybody is probably expecting it. I mean, there's...
Vinny, help your industry. Start a website that actually gives me every day how much dough's been stolen online. I'd like to know that.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.